I was cold, alone, and lost. I was literally in the middle of nowhere, and it was freezing cold. But then, in the next moment, I couldn't believe my eyes. I must have been the happiest kid in the world. I saw the North Pole. I remember the excitement in my veins. From the outside, it looked very normal, and it looked exactly as you'd expect the North Pole to look. I saw a bunch of elves, and they were pushing wheels like slaves, and none of them would talk to me. In fact, none of them would even look at me. They acted like I wasn't there. I was very confused, and the next thing I saw was a vault. It was a crack open, so I decided to go in. And then I saw a figure that was shaped like Santa Claus, and he was laying on the ground, covered in blood. At this point, I was extremely scared. The building was also loaded in money. It was almost like it was being stored for money. I ran out because I didn't want to be in there anymore. I was just a little child and I was so afraid. I went back to the toy factory because I was lost, and then I looked at what it looked like to be Santa's room. I went up the ladder and I had a very hard time. This ladder was obviously old and damaged. I jumped down and I almost broke my legs. And what I saw was a Reaper dressed as Santa. He told me he was Santa, but I knew it couldn't be Santa, because Santa wouldn't be this evil. Santa wouldn't have slaves, and he told me that he killed Santa, and there will never be another Christmas again. I was broken-hearted, just like any little kid would be. I was devastated to think that there was never going to be another Christmas. I screamed, and I asked them to think about the little boys and little girls, and I was heartbroken, just like any minor would be. So I ran away, because I was scared for my life, and I was also heartbroken. I went up that rickety old ladder, and I remember my legs hurting so much from the injury. I was running for my life, and the next move that I made, I jumped on the chimney with all my faith just to get away from him. I remember at this moment, I died. I watched myself die. Then I woke up and I stayed in bed all day that Christmas.